has 4 presenters, and the title is Online Reading Support, Study of Second Language Learners' Online Reading Comprehension Strategies. Jaehan is our first presenter. You raise your hand. He's a third-year Ph.D. student, and before coming to IU, he taught English in both Korea and the United States. His academic interests include teacher identity, the moral dimensions of teaching, and computer-assisted language learning. Our next presenter, Yi-Jin, second-year PhD student in LCLE, and she's taking her minor in IST. She taught English in Taiwan for 5 years before coming here to this program. And her research interest is digital literacy and multimedia incorporation in language instruction.
And the third person part of our team is Choi, also known to Dr. Medina's class as Troublemaker. He was very professional, but anyway, we can't him. He is how do you say, an EBD student?
Yeah.
Thank you. That was new to me. A student in literacy in LCLE, and his interests include English education in Asian countries, Christianity, English teaching and learning strategies, globalization, and technologies in TESOL. Is that right? Thank you. And our final presenter, Jae-Seok. Yes, excellent. He's a third-year PhD student. He earned his master's in 2009 at the LCLE department, and his interests are language learning strategies for ESL learners, vocabulary learning strategies, and computer-assisted language learning. So thank you. What a great
Okay, first of all, I'd like to start by showing you the simple literacy practices like reading a newspaper, between reading a newspaper online or reading newspaper paper-based reading that we usually do. So, for example, like in this newspaper, Indiana Daily Students, this is kind of think aloud process. So maybe as an ESL learner myself, so the first look at the title, family tries to raise fund, okay, and see the pictures. Oh, this is about what this is. This related to children's reading? Okay, and read the in his child-sized Abbey Road shirt. Okay, this could be unrelevant information on the total, the whole main idea of this article, but just ESL learner, so I could find this. I got this result by searching Bing. Usually I use Google, but this is installed. So one of the results, there's a lot of findings, but I think I have, this is the making process. What kind of result I have to use? Oh, this is kind of images I wrote. But I think one of the results, I trust the Wikipedia's usually, so I go to the first results. So I don't need to read the whole, whole paragraph, but I just read the only first sentence, like Abbey Road is 11th studio album of Beatles. So this is Abbey Road. I see the pictures and I get concept. This is not just name of the road. This is culture loaded meaning in that word. So basically, this is our basic inquiry of our research. What, as ESL learner or EFL learner, what we do, what we seeking the help from the online resources when we read online. So in terms of L2 paper-based reading, the effective use of reading strategies to help L2 paper-based reading comprehension. And also with increasing use of technologies such as internet, where actually internet is not a new technology, actually it's normalized our lives. So the online reading is kind of main input in L2 reading comprehension. So it is meaningful to look at what new reading strategies L2 readers use when they read online text, and what the information-seeking strategies they use in order to locate and comprehend the target text. So our research takes the 3 theoretical frameworks. The first one is reading as a process of active meaning construction. So the readers draw upon the information derived from the context, and they construct the meaning based on they found online resources. And the second framework is knowledge acquired in L1, their native language and native culture. So they use this kind of knowledge, prior knowledge, as a resources for L2 reading comprehension. So the L2 readers gather information from knowledge from their native language or second languages, also cultures. So they construct to infer or construct meaning from L2 readings. So the third one, the third framework is new lyricists. Online reading is Liu et al. 2004 mentioned online reading is involved the problem-solving process with informational text. So Liu and Clegg suggest that 5 functions, 5 domains of the new lyricists. The first one is identifying an important question. And the second one is locating information from the online resources. And the third one is from the results they found, they have to critically evaluate those informations they found online resources. And the fourth one is synthesizing the pieces of information they gathered to answer those questions. And the last step is to communicate those information to others. So in the previous studies, the Hsieh and Mokhtari 2001 defined the meaning of the support strategies as a support mechanisms to help the readers in understanding the text, for example, like using dictionaries or taking notes or underlining, highlighting, or color coding. Everything is to help their understanding of the target text. So Anderson 2003 investigated the ESL, found that ESL learners use relatively more support strategies than native speakers. This is not that surprise because the L2 learners need more support from the vocabulary or the contents. So the Hsieh Mokhtari 2001 found out the native speaker, the comparison study, the native speakers with high level of reading ability think of the support strategies as more important than the students with low level of reading ability. And more recently, the Huang et al. 2008 investigated the use of supportive strategies of Taiwanese students. And they concluded that the use of supportive strategies play a dominant role in the overall strategy use, and this really helped them to get the comprehension, improve their comprehension in L2 online reading. Also, Koyer and Dobler 2007 conducted qualitative research using Think-Aloud protocol, and they found that internet-based supporting tools for reading comprehension demonstrate the unique types of supportive strategies in online reading in comparison with paper-based reading. So we kind of have some different strategies in terms of supportive strategies. Like paper-based reading, we can use as I showed you, like in reading newspaper. If I read the paper reading, the way of finding the meaning of every word could be finding dictionary, maybe not, because there's not kind of definition or explanation on the terms. But if I read online, it's really quickly access to the online resources, so I can get better understanding of the context of the reading. So this is our research. So the research questions is, the first one is what kind of online resources international students